Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
It's now time to get to our pregame show of game number 2 of the state quarterfinals here today from the Jamestown Civic Center, featuring the number 3 seed, the Valley City Highlanders, against the 6 of the Devils Lake Firebirds. I'm Chase Miller. Welcome to our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. For the Valley City Highlanders, 19 wins and 4 losses on the season for head coach Jimmy Howard, while on the opposite side for head coach Justin Klein and the Devils Lake Firebirds, they sit at 15-10 on the season. Devils Lake earned a region qualifier win over Central Cass to get to this particular state tournament by 4 points. Valley City also earned a region qualifier win over the Carrington Cardinals, 60-59. We'll take a break, and we come back next on our pregame show. We'll dive right into our coaches' conversation. We'll hear from Justin Klein of the Devils Lake Firebirds, followed by Jimmy Howard of the Valley City Highlanders, all ahead of our starting lineups and the opening tip. This is the 2026 State 8 Girls Basketball Tournament on yourliveevent.com.
The World of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com. Order yours today.
And we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
As we continue on the pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance from the Jamestown Civic Center. It is the State A quarterfinals. It's the Devils Lake Firebirds and the Valley City Highlanders. Joining us from the Firebirds perspective is their head coach, Justin Klein. And Justin, let's just talk about what has allowed this team to navigate yourself back to a state tournament this season, and what is a trait that you really like about this year's squad that has found themselves back here at a state tournament?
Oh, I think this group's worked hard, just like the other groups we've had in the past, and they've kind of set the tone. And I think we did the things we needed to do to win, and we found ways to win. It wasn't always the prettiest, and didn't probably always get production from the players we wanted to get the production or who should, but other kids stepped up, and especially in that region qualifier, and we're starting to play a little bit better basketball at the end of the year, which is what you want to do.
You look at Valley City, obviously history from the EDC, history here in the 3-division system. So what stands out when you go up against a Jimmy Howard Valley City Highlander team, or Justin?
Well, pretty much everything's the same. I found notes from 2020, 2021, and a lot of the same out-of-bounds plays, a lot of the same sets and things like that. I think the biggest thing with Valley City here is the strength, the size. They're a big team, they're a physical team, and they like to get the ball inside, and they've got some good shooters from the outside. So sometimes it's hard to defend them, but we pretty much know exactly what we're going to get from Valley City.
take a look at your opponents, your players, with Tyler Brodina and Presley Brown, a lot of people are going to talk about them, rightfully so, with what they've meant to this program this year and for years in the past. Just kind of what do they provide that people don't see off the floor in terms of practices and just everything else here, Justin, and being a basketball player?
Well, this year they've really had to become leaders in practice and off the court. I mean, obviously we all know what they can do on the court, but in the past, we had a lot of upperclassmen that they could just kind of fly alongside of them and just come in the game and hit knockdown shots and just fly all over. Now they got to keep themselves in the game too and stay under control, I guess, keep their composure, because they want to win just as bad as anybody on this team. So that's been a little bit of a change, but they've done a nice job encouraging the younger kids, and we have a lot of freshmen on the roster, so they've had to work with them and be patient too and get them to understand the system.
Final thing that I'll have for you, Firebird head coach, that is Justin Klein. Biggest thing, whether it's today or throughout this weekend, for 32 minutes of basketball, what do you want to see from your team execute once you get on the court?
Well, I think one thing is we need to hit shots. We need to knock down shots from the outside, and it's important if Tyler gets going early because that changes the defense from the other team, and we've seen some different chasers and we've seen some different zone defenses that have tried to take her out of the game. So I think that's key early for us to knock down some shots and get ourselves going in transition, as that's kind of starts our whole offense.
Hey, Justin, thanks so much for your time and best of luck this weekend here at State.
Thank you.
And again, Justin Klein, head coach for the Devils Lake Firebirds.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes, well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show with our coaches conversation, joining us from the Valley City Highlanders perspective is Jimmy Howard here as they open up the tournament with the Devils Lake Firebirds. And for you, Jimmy, just taking a look at the matchup first, let's go against Devils Lake. You've played a Justin Klein team a couple of times before. Going into it, you kind of know what they're about. They probably know what you're about. So how do you use the experience to your advantage instead of maybe playing a Hazen team, which you haven't played, as an example, that Kindred will see a little bit later on tonight?
I think just so you're familiar with them. I mean, and then again, we've played them in the EDC for years. So just understanding how they play and what they do. And we have a little bit of experience with the way they play, because they play way different than a lot of teams you're going to see with their running, their trapping, trying to get you to play fast. And they want to get out in transition and run, and they do it very well. So, we understand getting ready for the game, exactly what we have to do. There is no watch it on film and go, well, we know what Brodina looks like on the floor. We've played against her. We know what Presley Brown looks like on the floor, what she does, what she's good at. And there are other players as well. Ava Beck, we know how she's gonna play, and they've had some other players step in. So I think just the familiarity with it, at least prepping for the game, gives you some confidence in knowing what you're supposed to be getting ready for.
As you look at your squad again, Katie Burchell, Maddie Fries, Sky Nielsen, Dakota Potratz all make the all-region team. Just what is that for? I guess we can start there, Jimmy. Just what do those four embody here for Highlander girls basketball? Obviously from previous years, because a ton of varsity minutes on the floor with all four of them, but also into this year's team that makes it back to a state.
We start with what we do best, which is playing the paint, and Katie and Sky are a big part of that, and Coda is really good at getting into the lane, and then Maddie helps to space the floor, and I think it was a huge boost to her confidence that she got on the all-region team. I thought last year she had a good opportunity. She did a lot of things, but this year she took it to another level as far as her shot selection and things like that, and just being more efficient. And I think, and then her defense also picked up this year. And so they understand what's on the line every time they're on the floor now at this point. And so can we pick whoever the fifth one is in the lineup with them at times? Sometimes it's Katie Koka, sometimes it's Kinsley Glant, sometimes it's Kinley Suffolcool. Hopefully Mariah's back from her illness, and can they play with that same urgency when we get into situations that those four should know what we need to play with. So I'm hoping their experience through everything here will help with our kids that don't have that same experience.
You look at this particular state tournament, it's unique, right? No one has played in the Jamestown Civic Center, looking at these 8 matchups before, at least for this year. So what's the mentality like when you're going to a brand new place instead of going back to a Minot State Dome or going back to a Shack as an example for a region tournament here, Jimmy? What's the mentality like as you kind of get ready for this one in a brand new style of a brand new style of a facility here in the Jamestown Civic Center?
Well, I would say everyone's on an even playing field. I know some regions play in the Minot Dome for stuff, so it feels like maybe they have a little bit of a home court advantage. So everyone's on an even playing field. It does change the way, once you've gone to one place before. I was on the team. I was lucky enough to be on the team way back when Coach Starr took them the first year to Minot, and I literally just took the blueprint of what we did when we went to state then, and I just put it into what we were doing now. And so what does that blueprint look like going to Jamestown? What does the building look like? What does it feel like in there? Cold, warm, things like that. Are there dead spots on the floor? But everyone's in the same boat trying to figure that out. So I like that in the aspect of everyone is going to be trying to figure it out day one through those shoot-arounds. And so can you come out with energy? Can you come out with a little bit of urgency? Don't try to do too much, and just I would equate it to like the first game of the season. Like, can you get through the first 3 minutes, allow the energy to kind of come back down, catch your breath, and still be in the game and have a chance to continue what you're doing.
And that kind of goes to my last point. Head coach of the Valley City Highlanders, Jimmy Howard, joined us here. Biggest thing is what that you want to see from your team here, whether it's against Devils Lake today or just throughout the course of the weekend for the state tournament, Jimmy?
Just finding a way. Just find a way. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pretty. Last year we won the whole thing, and it was not. First game was not pretty at all. Second game was better, but once again came down to just making a defensive play, a dirty play kind of, so to speak, having to tip that pass. And then, so can you just find a way? In the end, no one's going to go back in 10, 15 years and be like, man, it was ugly, but whatever. They're just going to say whatever, if you win and you win all the way through for any team, like they're just going to say, hey, you were a champion. So can you find a way and continue to just be resilient?
Hey, Jimmy, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here in the Buffalo City this weekend.
All right. Thank you very much.
Jimmy Howard, head coach of the Valley City Highlanders, joined us on the Irie Insurance pregame show.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
That again does it for our starting lineups. Again, does it for our pregame show today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve. From crop to benefits insurance to home, they cover it all. Get a free quote at IrieINS.com. That's IrieINS.com. Chase Miller with you here today from the Jamestown Civic Center. It's now time for our starting lineups. The visitors on the scoreboard. Head coach is Justin Klein. The Devils Lake Firebirds out of Region 2, clad in their red uniforms with the white numerals and lettering with Firebirds across the front, as that is outlined in black. Averaging 60 points per game, defensively giving up 55 points per contest. They'll roll like this, and a 5'8 junior in the backcourt is Ava Beck. From there, here for the Devils Lake Firebirds, you'll have Tylee Brodina, a 5'8 junior guard, averaging 19 points per contest. You got Martinson, the 5'7 senior guard, Janae Martinson. From there, you have Mia Elsberger, the 5'10" senior forward, and Presley Brown, the 5'9" senior forward. Again, Beck, Brodina, Martinson, Elsberger, and Brown for Justin Klein, the number 6 seed with a mark of 15-10 on the season here for the Devils Lake Firebirds. Well, for the Valley City Highlanders, head coach is Jimmy Howard, as Valley City in their white uniforms, the Columbia blue numerals outlined in the dark blue. You have Highlanders or Valley City written across the front. Maddie Freeze, a 5'7" senior guard, followed by Katie Koka, a 5'10" senior forward. Dakota Potratz, a 5'10" senior guard, with Katie Burchell, a 6-foot junior, and Sky Nielsen, the 5'11" sophomore forward. Again, on the way is Freeze, Koka, Potratz, Burchell, and Nielsen. Here for the head coach, Jimmy Howard, averaging 64 points per game defensively, giving up 47. That is our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. Valley City beat Devils Lake way back when in the season opener for both teams in December, 69-65 up at Devils Lake. These two teams, since the inception of the 3-division system, have 3 wins and 3 losses against each other. They met 2 years ago in the state semifinals, in which Devils Lake came out on top, 59-57. Valley City, the champs until someone knocks them off here. While for Devils Lake 2 years ago, they won the state champ. So the two teams who have won a state championship since the 3-division system will face off here between the Firebirds and the Highlanders. Let's get you ready for a little State A girls basketball quarterfinal round action. The winner has a date with Thompson tomorrow night at 6:30. The loser will go up against the Rugby Panthers in a consolation semifinal tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And the broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. It's the 3-seed Valley City, the 6-seed for Devils Lake, as our game ball being presented by a North Dakota guardsman. Gets a nice round of applause. The Firebird faithful in their blue, the Firebird faithful in their red, the Highliner faithful in their blue. Burchell in the circle against Miss Brown. Let's play a little State A girls basketball opening tip at 3:08 here on a Thursday. Koka gets the opening tip here for Valley City. They come out in double team. Potratz will handle it here, skips it now to Nielsen through her hands. Turnover for Valley City. The Highlanders 24-2 a season ago. Devils Lake able to make their way and finish 4th place at state with a 21-5 record. Both these two teams have made it to state 3 consecutive years here since the inception of 3 divisions. They will go on the interior. Shot is up long here by Elsberger. Rebound comes down to make the Burchell. Burchell wants to push in transition, as she does now to Koka. Koka finds a trailing Nielsen. Extra pass up top. Potratz on the interior to Burchell. 3 Firebirds collapse, and they get the steal. Back-to-back turnovers here for Valley City. Presley Brown going the other side of the floor. Freeze nearly got a hand on it. Ball gets skipped to Brodina. Brodina hard drive to the paint. Off the window, no. Rebound and a foul. We'll see 2 shots upcoming as Tylee Brodina will head to the free throw line. Foul assessed on Freeze. It'll be her first, team's first, as Brodina, team leading 19 points per contest, will head to the stripe to shoot 2 here for the Firebirds. Free throw attempt is up and in. Opening points coming up on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard to the Devils Lake Firebirds here with 7:13 left to play in the first quarter. Second one is also pure. So Brodina goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Firebirds on the board first here in this state quarterfinal. Potratz top of the key. She's going to make her way inside. Lost it. It's deflected. Eventually a steal is coming away with it is Elsberger. Quickly now to Brodina. Brodina bounce pass across the paint. In transition shot, no. Rebound comes down to Nielsen after the miss by Presley Brown. The Firebirds, though, immediately get on the deck, and they come away with it. Ava Beck with a turnover on the steal. 3 turnovers early on, and Jimmy Howard hit it right on the screws so far in this game. You got to contain that pressure. 3 on the way by Brodina long. Rebound to Sky Nielsen. Valley City with Potratz here in the front court, as Dakota will utilize the basketball here near sideline to Koka. Up and over on the pass through the hands of Burchell, and they are swarming on the interior with the double team as Brodina comes away with it, and Justin Klein says, get up the floor. Back up the paint in transition, no. Rebound comes down to Freeze, and a foul here on the Devils Lake Firebirds. Pick your number. You got a 14, 13, and a 15, and it's on your bingo card here for Devils Lake. That'll be their first, and it'll be on Martinson. Her first, team's first on the way for the Firebirds. Potrats will see this one up the floor to Koka with the left hand at the left block. Koka gives it back to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen will handle it back to Potrats with the pass to Freeze. Deep three, right wing, off the iron. No, rebound is loose. Brodina comes away with it. Burchell says, give me that on the steal and score. Katie Burchell ties this puppy up at 2 apiece. As they see it left wing to Brodina. Brodina looking on the back cut, finds it to Beck. Beck takes a screen on this little weave down to Presley Brown. Brown at the top, guarded by Nielsen. Brown crossing over left to right to the paint. Sky with the block. Brown gets it back. Reversal shot up and in. Presley Brown from the left block, and the Firebirds have regained the lead here at 4-2. These teams settling in the state quarterfinal. Highliners with Potrats at the front court. Able to spin inside the paint, and she's got another one. But as we see it here for Potrats, we're tied at 4. Firebirds with Ava Beck. Beck on this weave. We'll see this one out of Brown. Brown at the top. Slip pass on the inside as there's going to be a double team. Martinson back up top as they see it with Brown. Brown going to drive, leaves it back to Martinson. Martinson left pocket 3. Got it. Martinson with the first 3-pointer of this quarterfinal round matchup. And the Firebirds and the Highlanders trading some jabs early on here in the state quarters. Potrats left wing to Nielsen to the wraparound to Koka. She launches a 3-pointer long. Rebound to Brodina, and Brodina wants to run. Brodina in transition. Someone's going to stop ball. Potrats does. Brodina with it, skips it right hand side to Brown. Brown nearly walked with it. Hands it off now to Elsberger. 3-pointer long. Rebound is loose. Tapped. Will get a jump, and we'll have a media timeout on the floor. 4:29 to play here in the first quarter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Firebirds with the ball when we return.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At Irie Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact Irie Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner 3. Good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Media timeout on the floor, brought to you in part by Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance, your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County at 701-757-1613. That's Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance Company. Chase Miller with you courtside from the Jamestown Civic Center, where in game number 1, if you're just joining us earlier today, Thompson with the win over the Rugby Panthers. They had to scrap one out 39-36. Andy Schwab, good game defensively. 9 rebounds, 4 steals. Eddie Sage, 15 points. Kaya Hurst with 11 here for the Thompson Tommies in their win over Rugby. So they await the winner of this. Will it be an all-Region 2 semifinal, or will it be an Eastern semifinal with Region 1, Region 2 if the Highlanders can win? After the inbounds, Brodina sees it up top to Beck. Beck here with 20 seconds on the shot clock as Justin Klein calls out the offense. Brodina right-handed side looking for the screen. Pick and roll action to Elsberger. Elsberger finds it to a cutting Beck and a foul. This will be on Koka. Katie Koka will pick up the foul. Her first, team second here of the quarter for Valley City. Firebirds on the inbounds. Where will they go? Beck gets it in before a 5 count up top over the outstretched hand of Potrats. Right to the hands of Brodina. Block shot on the way. Last touch by Brodina after the block by Potrats, and it will be Highliner basketball. Valley City literally has survived in 2 games here to make it to state. After losing in the Region 1A semifinals to Central Cass, they came back down 14 points in the fourth quarter and defeated Wahpeton. And then they blew a 10-point lead against Carrington, but still got a bucket by Burchell late to win the game. Jumper by Nielsen, no. Rebound is loose, and look at this. Presley Brown make that back with some open spaces. Bounce pass to Brodina. Block shot by Potratz again. Nielsen up the floor. Katie Koka going one-on-one. Now it's a 2-on-2, and Koka slows it up. Finds a trailing Potratz runner from the baseline. Off the mark, no. Rebound, put back. Burchell, forget about it. Burchell's got 4. Quickly, Brodina and Sky Nielsen got a hand on this one. Out of bounds. And it will be last touch off of Brodina. Turnover here on Devil's Lake. Well, the one thing a Region 1 coach said during the Region 1 tournament about Burchell is once she gets it inside the restricted arc, it is an automatic 2 points. She just doesn't miss much of those. Koka up top to Potratz. Potratz right wing to Koka. Koka will see it back to Potratz as Devils Lake out in a little zone defense. Potratz to the left block, off the window, no. Rebound, Burchell. She got partially deflected on the attempt. Potratz saves it up top now to Freeze. Will line up a 3 off the iron. Rebound to Brodina. Brodina wants to push in transition. Under 3 minutes to play in an entertaining opening quarter here in the state quarters. Back, we'll see this one back up top to Presley Brown. Brown stop, pop, and drop it in for 2. Presley Brown hits a deep 2-pointer. She's got 4, and the Firebirds up by 3. Potratz near side, we'll see it to Freeze. Freeze with it on the dribble, gives it back up top to Dakota. Dakota will line one up for a 3-pointer off the rim. No, rebound to Brodina. Brodina wants to boogie. Brodina crossing the timeline. Brodina up the floor. Was it deflected? Answer is no, and it will be Highliner basketball. So the Highliners will get the ball back after the media timeout on the floor. 2:23 left to play in the first quarter. A little track meet brewing here inside the Jamestown Civic Center.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong bank, strong communities.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve, so we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, go to dhb.bank. It is a 9-6 lead for the Devils Lake Firebirds. We'll keep you apprised of what's going on at the WDA tournament in Bismarck, the EDC in Fargo, and the State B in Minot. We're here in Jamestown. Kind of got you covered on all parts of the state here as they see it to Glant. Now to Potratz. Potratz taking a screen. Triple pullback, 17-footer long. Rebound comes down to Beck. Beck on the outlet, sees it to Brown. Presley Brown, a little shake and bake move, can't get by Nielsen. Skip pass near side, that'll go to Brodina. Long 3-pointer off the mark, and Nielsen clears the window. Devils Lake led by the 4 points of Presley Brown, while for Valley City led by the 4 of Katie Burchell. And right now, Ellsberger trying to front as best she can on Burchell, and they have that backside help as Freeze with the skip pass gives it to Glant. Glant will drive, gets walled off. Glant using up the dribble, looks for a teammate, finds one to Potratz. Potratz here will attack the paint, step through, opens up, and she finishes up and in. Potratz able just to be very patient, saw the defense come fake to spin, and then all of a sudden the alley just made its way, and she's got 4. Firebirds left in its side. They'll handle with Beck. Now on the weave to Brodina. Brodina jumper up. That goes long. Rebound is loose eventually to the Firebirds here to Martinson. Martinson to Beck. Beck on the inside, and this will be out of bounds off of Beck. Burchell went straight up. Never touched her. As it goes out of bounds, it will be Highliner basketball. And we'll see Emma Hofstad, a 5'9" sophomore forward, check in, and also Tenley Tripke, the 5'1" freshman guard here for head coach Justin Klein and the Devils Lake Firebirds. Devils Lake Valley City, when these two teams play it, you just know it's going to be close. As Freeze in the front court. We'll see this one now to Nielsen. Nielsen on the skip. Potratz, right pocket, baseline, triple long. Rebound to Freeze on the inside. Freeze slip pass, Burchell, yes! Katie Burchell now with 6. Give Freeze the rebound and the assist. The Highliners lead it by 1. Tripke left-handed side as this one goes to Brodina. Brodina at the top of the key, able to shovel it right wing. There's an attempt by Brown on the shot fake. Brown up top will utilize it here, looking for a post presence. Nothing there now to Brodina. Brodina left of the key. Potratz scoring around the man. Brodina crossing over to the paint with the left hand, but she's blocked by Burchell. Outlet to Potratz. Potratz wants to get down the floor quickly. Right-handed layup, no. Rebound, Burchell, and Burchell can't get it. Glant almost had it. It goes down to Brown. Brown will see it. Potratz gets the steal with 8. Potratz slip pass to Burchell. Burchell, a little shot fake, takes her way to the paint, and count it! It was helter-skelter that results in a Burchell and one. That ball changed hands about 5 times in 5 seconds as the Highliners lead it by 3. Foul will be assessed here on Hofstad, her first, the team's second. Free throw attempt here for Burchell. In and out, no good. Rebound to Brown with 4 seconds. Brown with 3, quickly pushing up the floor as this one goes to Tripke. Tripke to beat the horn is going to go off the backboard, and that's how we'll end our first quarter of play. It's the Valley City Highlanders up by 3.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Out-of-town scoreboard from across the state of North Dakota in AA basketball WDA tournament. The number 1 seed Minot High moves on to the semifinals, 75-40 over St. Mary's. Lily Bell from Minot heading to Oklahoma for collegiate basketball. The senior forward has surpassed 3,000 career points. Yes, you heard that right. 3,000 career points for Lily Bell. Red River in a loser-out game defeats Grand Forks Central 63-32 in the EDC girls basketball tournament. And up in Minot, the number 2 seed and defending state champs Benson County gets by Edgeley Cullum Montpelier 65-46. That's your quick wraparound across the state of North Dakota. Here in the second quarter, Sky Nielsen sees it left and inside to Glant. Glant with the basketball. She gets cut off. Bounce pass now. Here goes Nielsen to the paint. Left-handed layup, no. Rebound to Ava Beck. Devils Lake led by the 4 points of Presley Brown in that first quarter. Valley City led by the 8 of Katie Burchell. Beck will handle this one now. Right wing. Brown takes a dribble. Brown to the free throw line. Zip pass on the interior. Brodina and Potratz with the left-handed block. It's on the floor, and we get a tie-up with the arrow to Devils Lake. That was a defensive poster on the way for Dakota Potratz. I'll see that one timed up perfectly on Brodina. Now inbound the basketball here for Ava Beck. Brodina, right-handed side, will see this one around the world. Firebirds with the tip, and this goes in the hands of Burchell after the deflection. Burchell quickly up the other end. Burchell uses up her dribble, finds a trailing teammate. Sky Nielsen, right wing 3, long, rebound off the lip of the rim, and a foul here by Glant. Good box out inside by Tripke. Glant will pick with a foul, her first, team's first, here for Valley City. As Ellsberger will check in now for the Devils Lake Firebirds. High school girls state coverage here on YourLiveEvent.com. Valley City Devils Lake winner will have the Thompson Tommies tomorrow. We'll have that game for you right here. Audio only coverage on YourLiveEvent.com. This one goes on the inside. Firebirds up top. Rodina, top of the key three. Long rebound here to Glant. Glant will see this double team, able to try to find the outlet to Potratz. Potratz looking up the floor as Devils Lake hustles back as this one goes to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen with the skip to Freeze, right in front of the Firebird bench. Freeze will have the step through with the left hand for two. Maddie Freeze with her first field goal of the afternoon. Also follow the Kindred Vikings as well a little bit later on tonight as they square off with the Hazen Bison at around 8:15. Jumper, three-pointer, Ellsberger, yes. Good shot on the away there for the Devils Lake Firebirds. That's a deep two for Mia Ellsberger. Firebirds trail it by three. Sky Nielsen front court, drive kick to Freeze. Freeze will see this here at the left wing with the ball fake. Now to Nielsen. Nielsen with the skip up top to Potratz. Potratz near side to Glant. She'll rise. The three. That'll go long. Rebound one to Devils Lake here on the way for Hofstad. They slip it to Beck, right-handed side as they lost it there with Hofstad. Turnover as Freeze will come away with it. Highlanders want to push with Glant. Doesn't have numbers, and Glant slows it up for Freeze. These two teams got up and down the floor with that momentum and that energy in you in that first quarter. Now it's kind of okay. Coming back in the swing of things again as Burchell sees a double team. This one before the shot, it was on the floor. Highlanders wanted the continuation. Foul will be assessed on Devils Lake. This will be on Ellsberger, her first and the team's first of the quarter. Checking in here will be Kaylee Nielsen, also with Suffolk here for Valley City. So Kaylee Nielsen and Suffolk will check in for the Devils Lake Firebirds. Martinson able to return. Beck as well, Presley Brown on the guard as they attend to Brodina. Got just a little cut. She will get attended to. Here is Glant. Left wing, trying to post up Nielsen on the inside. Sky will see it now to Potratz. Potratz with a ball fake. Gives it now to Glant. Glant at the right wing takes a couple of dribbles. Glant up and over on the pass to Nielsen. Nielsen with the rip-through shot. No. Rebound tipped in the hands of Ava Beck. Beck will see this one up the other side of the floor as she weaves. Back at the left baseline. Hands this one off to off to Tripke. Back up top as this one goes to the top to Brown. Brown inside the paint, throwing it up off the backboard, no. Rebound to Potratz. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the opening half. Highlanders lead it by three. Suffolk right-handed side. Gets it on the interior to Sky Nielsen off the window from the right block for two. Well, they hedged out on Nielsen, but there was no help to help her, and Suffolk threaded the needle for the assist. Highlanders lead it by five. Right-handed side goes to Brown. Brown on the handoff to Beck. Beck will see this, takes the screen on the way from Ellsberger. Beck will drive and kick left-handed side as this one goes to Ellsberger on the swing. Ellsberger from the right block, off the window, got it. Mia now has all 4 points here for the Firebirds in the second quarter. Glant with the rock up top to Sky Nielsen. Pass on the interior to Potratz. Potratz power dribble, triple team. Someone open. That someone is Nielsen. Three for Kaylee, no. But look at Suffolk battle, save it, have a Penguin-style slide to Glant. Now to Potratz. Three, book it. Dakota Potratz, top of the key with the bank three, and give the really good play by Suffolk as she saved the basketball before it went out of bounds here for the Highlanders. Valley City up top. They're able to reverse it defensively, that is, for the Highlanders, as the Firebirds will see it on the weave, now to Beck, right wing. Little flex cut coming. There's a shot, but underneath the rim was Tripke by the time she grabbed the basketball, and we got a timeout for Jimmy Howard. 3:46 to play in the first half. Highlanders up by 6 with the rock when we return.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
You need a bear in there.
check out bearshomesolutions.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Thank you so much for tuning in to high school basketball. Please share our page, like, subscribe, do everything, whether you go to yourliveevent.com to check out our complete rundown of Minnesota and North Dakota sports coming up here this weekend. Very busy on both sides of the river with section basketball games tonight here for boys. Section championship games, 6A, 8A, 8AA tomorrow night in Moorhead, and alongside Thief River Falls. We'll have those for you for video coverage right here on YLE. There's a steal for a moment, but a reach and foul prior to that on Emma Hofstede, her second, team's second. The Firebirds 4 state championships in program history in 1981, 84, 87, and most recently in 2024, 2 years ago, for the Mounted State Dome, defeating South Prairie Mac 68-53. Last year finishing fourth that state. For the Valley City Highliners, one state title in program history that came last year in Minot. Full court pressure defense. Highlanders break it. Suffolk now to Freeze. It's a 2-on-1. Freeze bounce pass to Birchall, but getting back is Hofstede. Otherwise, Birchall would have had an easy walk-in layup. As for the Highlanders, they will see this one now to Suffolk. Suffolk will give it up top to Birchall. Birchall will leave it. Not a Glant. Glant with a couple of dribbles trying to see if they can post up Kaylee Nielsen. Freeze will see this here. Freeze looking to spin. Gets walled off by Beck. Now to Birchall. Right-hand side Nielsen. Back to Freeze. Top of the key. Freeze left-handed side to Glant. Up and over on the pass to Birchall from the left block. Help comes. The shot is off. And a rebound to Beck. Beck will see this one in transition on the weave as Beck goes left-handed side. Beck at the top takes the dribble. Zips it now to Brodina. Brodina up top to Ellsberger as they're able to reverse it to Brown. Brown, top of the key, will see it to Hofstede. Right wing now to Beck. Beck has 14 seconds on the shot clock as they give it left wing to Brodina. Skip right-handed side now to Brown. Good D by the Highlanders. Brown tiptoes the end line, rips it through. This one up top now to Brodina with 3. Brodina with 2. Brodina step shot short, and this one will be nearly a shot clock violation. Keely Nelson gets the rebound up the floor to Suffolk. Suffolk sees this pop pass over to Birchall, out of bounds, and it will be last touch here by the Highliners. Koka, Sky Nielsen, and Potratz will check in, and we get a media timeout on the floor. 2:29 to play here in the opening half. Highlanders up by 6.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
New Solid-Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid-Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, go to dhb.bank. Sharing their heritage and their future in North Dakota and Minnesota. It's the Valley City Highlanders 19, the Devils Lake Firebirds 13 here from the Jamestown Civic Center. For Devils Lake, 4 points in the quarter. That's by Ellsberger. While on the opposite side for Valley City, they got 7. Dakota Potratz has 7 to lead the way for Valley City with Birchall with her 8. Devils Lake zips it on the inside, looking for Hofstede on the post. Good hand defensively by Freeze, and it's a turnover as Birchall will come away with it. These two teams came out of the gun immediately like a track meet with a 100-meter dash, and since then, both kind of playing a little bit more defensive here in this one as Sky Nielsen to the right short corner to Koka. Good hands by Brown. Double team comes. Nielsen able to try to get the ball back out of bounds, and it will be Highliner to go back and play some defense. Tripke, the 5'1 freshman, will be in here for the 5'9 sophomore in Hofstede. As they're going to reset the shot clock to a fresh 35 here inside the Jamestown Civic Center. Hosted the State B the last 2 years. First year hosting the State A in this venue. Ball will go left-handed side as this goes to Brown. Brown crossing over right to left to the paint. Brown with the block shot by Nielsen. Brown will see it again and another block, but there's a foul. Well, our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection could be simply the block defensively here by Potratz, Burchell, and Nielsen on the inside for Valley City. The foul will be assessed here on Katie Koka, her second, team's first. Brown to the free throw line hits it. Devils Lake Firebirds. Brown has 5 points. Devils Lake, this is their 4th free throw opportunity. Valley City only has had 1 so far in this game. Second one up and in. Brown with 6. Devils Lake back within 2 possessions as Potratz will give this one up the floor now to Freeze. Freeze right-handed side looking for the double. Looking to rip it through on the double team and we get a foul. Foul will go assessed here on Ellsberger, her second, team's third. Klein not too happy about that one. On the far side with under 90 seconds to play here in the first half. Ball will go right wing. Here's a Potratz three-pointer. That's going to go off the lip of the rim. No. Rebound to Freeze on the inside. Freeze looking to rip it through. Freeze takes a hard dribble, and then there's a steal as Brown will come away with it. Brown up the near sideline as Brown makes her way up the floor. Leaves it left-handed side. Gets the ball right back. Right wing jumper. Good. That's what Devils Lake wants to do. Transition field goals here for Justin Klein, the Firebirds. Down by 2, Koka, other side off the window. No rebound, Burchell block, and this one will be a foul. Had a partially hand, but this one might be on the body of a Firebird. And the foul will be assessed on Tylee Brodina, her first, the team's 4th. Free throw chances for Katie Burchell, a 73% free throw shooter on the season. Burchell, first free throw attempt up and in. 9 points, now 1 of 2 from the free throw line here for Burchell, a 6-foot junior forward. Burchell, second right-handed toss, in and out, no. Rebound tapped out to the aforementioned Burchell. Burchell lost it, leaves it to Sky. Nielsen near side Koka, gives it back around the world to Freeze. Freeze attacks the paint, drive kick to Sky. Nielsen skips it left wing to Potratz. Shot fake to the paint. Potratz got blocked. Potratz comes up with it. Potratz inside, up top to Sky. Three-pointer on the way, off the iron. Rebound is loose, and it will be Valley City basketball. Potratz had it, last touch by Ava Beck. This game kind of has the feeling of the first with Thompson and Rugby, where neither team has shot the lights out. Slip pass, Sky Nielsen. Nielsen nearly a traveling violation. She might have got poked in the eye. They give it to Potratz across the way to Freeze for 2. Maddie Freeze has 4. The Firebirds will see it up the floor. As ball goes left wing, Brodina with the skip to Brown. Brown jumper just inside the line, got it. Presley Brown will see this one at a timeout for Justin Klein on his use it or lose it timeout here at the state tournament. You get 4 timeouts with all the media timeouts, and you must burn one in the first half. If you don't, you essentially lose it. 16.4 to play here in the opening half. It's the Devils Lake Firebirds down by 3 against the Valley City Highlanders here today on yourliveevent.com. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Winner of this game has Thompson upcoming here tomorrow night at 6:30. The loser will play the Rugby Panthers. Just joined us earlier today. Thompson held on for a 39-36 win over Rugby, but the Panthers nearly were able to squeak out a victory as they had the lead for a good majority of the second half for Rugby. Devils Lake gets the steal. Devils Lake will see it. Ball out of bounds after the steal. Hofstad went up and it was deflected out of bounds by a Highliner hand, but for Justin Klein, able to get a substitution as Mead will check in. As Jonah Mead, the 5'10 junior, will check in here with 12.6 seconds to play in this third quarter. Mead trying to get open. Nothing there now to Brown. Brown up top at the free throw line to Brodina. Brodina left of the key with 8, guarded by Burchell. Brodina gives it up top. Potratz with the steal, now with 5. Potratz has 4. Potratz is Sky with 2. Sky Nielsen, 30-footer if it goes off the backboard, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. It's the Valley City Highlanders 22, the Devils Lake Firebirds 19 as we head to the half.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes, well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Halftime show here today inside the Jamestown Civic Center. Valley City 22, the Devils Lake Firebirds 19 here in the Buffalo City. Chase Miller with you as the Valley City Highlanders shooting 31%, 31% from the floor at 10 of 32, while for Devils Lake 7 of 27 from the floor at 25%. Highlanders 12 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second. Devils Lake 9 points in the first quarter and 10 points in quarter number 2. Valley City 1 of 10 from the three-point line here in this contest. That 1-3 by Potratz that was banked in late in the first half. Free throws 1 of 3, all by Katie Burchell. For the Devils Lake Firebirds, 7 of 27 shooting from the floor at 25%. They're 1 of 3 from the three-point line, with that three-pointer coming by Martinson back in the first quarter here for Devils Lake. From there, 4 of 4 from the free throw line here for the Firebirds. Valley City, 22 rebounds, 6 assists to 7 turnovers. Devils Lake, they have 17 rebounds, 3 assists to 7 turnovers. Individually, the Highlanders led by the 9 points of Katie Burchell on 4 of 7 shooting and 9 rebounds. 7 points on the way for Dakota Potratz with 2 steals and 2 boards. You have 4 points for Maddie Freeze with 3 rebounds and a steal. And then from there, 2 points for Sky Nielsen with 4 rebounds. For the Devils Lake Firebirds, we're led by the double digits of Presley Brown, 10 points and 5 rebounds and 4 of 8 shooting. 4 points here for Ellsberger, 3 points, 2 boards for Martinson, and 2 points and 2 rebounds for Tylee Brodina, who comes in averaging a team-high 19 points per contest. Again, it's the Devils Lake Firebirds and the Valley City Highlanders, with Valley City leading by 3 at the half. We'll take a quick break, and we'll recap what happened in our first game between Thompson and Rugby when we return.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
The Hillsborough Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early, because sometimes it's gone early, because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsborough Vets Club.
At the half, Valley City Highlanders lead it by 3 here on YourLiveEvent.com. Here's what happened earlier today at the State A Girls Basketball Tournament in Jamestown. The Thompson Tommies defeated the Rugby Panthers 39-36 as they were able to come back in that one. Here for the Thompson Tommies, neither team shot the ball extremely well. Thompson at 23% from the floor, while Rugby at 25% from the floor. But the Thompson Tommies, the 2 seed, do pick up the victory 39-36. Addie Sage 15 points. She got some new shorts midway through the game because there was a little blood on her, so she got a quick teammate to go in the back and swap out with her. Kaya Hurst had 11 points and 8 rebounds, and a really good performance as well by Andy Schwab. 2 points in the game. However, she had 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. Did a lot of dirty work there for the Thompson Tommies. Rugby led by the 13 by the freshman Avery Sancher, 13 points, and then 8 points on the way for Sarah Schmaltz with 12 rebounds in the loss for the Rugby Panthers. Game still to come a little bit later on today from the Civic. It's South Prairie Max and Watford City at 6:30, followed by the nightcap scheduled for 8:15 with the Kinder Vikings and the Hazen Bison. We'll have that game for you right here on YourLiveEvent.com for audio-only coverage. Again, at the half, the Valley City Highlanders lead it by 3, led by the 9 points and alongside 9 rebounds of Burchell. Devils Lake led by the 10 points and 5 rebounds of Presley Brown, as we get a little bit more of some local dancing from the Valley City High School, as the Valley City Highlanders right now have that 9, make that 3-point advantage here on YourLiveEvent.com. Quickly update across the state here in basketball. In boys hoops from the WDA tournament, number 1 seed Bismarck High gets by Minot North 93-43. In the girls tournament, Minot defeated St. Mary's 75-40. In the EDC earlier today, Red River gets by Grand Forks Central in a loser-out game 63-32. And at the B in Jamestown, Benson County has a chance to move into the semifinals and defend their championship with a 65-46 victory over Edgeley Cullum Montpelier. So that's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard as well here as we get you ready for this second half of play. We'll take a quick break, and we come back. We'll get you ready for second half action as they come out and attend to the floor after the dancing. So it'll be just a couple of more minutes than it normally is. This time, a reminder, you can also check out any of our previous games from the District 1 Boys Basketball Tournament, where Rayshawn Earl put up 57 points, but in a loss because Oak shot the lights out 60% from the floor. You can check that out on our archival footage at YourLiveEvent.com, or simply hit subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching Your Live Event. Like it, share it, comment about it on social platforms as well. You can all check it out again on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take a break. When we come back, second half action is next here inside the Jamestown Civic Center, where the Valley City Highlanders lead it by 3.
Jacob Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 19th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 60 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, plus 12 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Request a catalog today. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics. March 19th, the Annual Bull Sale. Visit Facebook Jacobson Red Angus or call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale. The sale will be live on TV auction. Thursday, March 19th, 1 p.m.
The World of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com.
Order yours today, and we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Let's get ready for the second half here after an extended halftime show where the Valley City Highlanders and the Devils Lake Firebirds, second time they met in a state tournament here in the last 3 years. 2 years ago, they met in the state semifinals, and these games have just been close. You can go back through the regular season, the last couple of matchups. Valley City beat Devils Lake by 4 in Devils Lake this year. They split during the regular season last year where Devils Lake won by 2 and Valley City won by 8. And in the state semifinals in Minot, it was a 2-point game. So there's just something when these two teams play that it's going to be a tight contest throughout, and that's what it has been so far through 16 minutes of basketball. Maddie Freeze, Katie Koka, Dakota Potrats with Katie Burchell and Sky Nielsen open up this second half here for Valley City as the Highlanders with the basketball. As they will see this one to the aforementioned Sky. Double team comes for the Firebirds now to Freeze. Freeze will see this at the free throw line. Drive kick. Koka steps into a 3. That'll go long. Rebound though to Freeze on the inside. Slip pass to Burchell. Can't get it. Burchell with a second crack gets it to go. Katie Burchell now with 11. Firebirds with Brown up the floor with Brodina. Brodina with a little shot fake inside the restricted arc. Ball goes out of bounds and it will be last touch here by the Firebirds. Got Ava Beck alongside with Mortensen and Ellsberger here for Devils Lake. Original starting 5 as well for head coach Justin Klein and the Firebirds. Devils Lake looking for their 16th win of the season. Valley City looking for win number 20. Potrats to Koka. Koka at the right wing. Ball fake, skips it to Freeze. Freeze left and inside. Payne opens up. Freeze to the paint with the left hand scoop for two. No backside defense after the shot fake and the ball reversal. Freeze has 6. Brown quickly right-handed side. Highlanders up by 7 as they give it to Ellsberger. Ellsberger with the pass. Potratz nearly got the block on the goal the other side. There's a block by Burchell out of bounds, and it will be last touch here off of Devils Lake and Brown. So for the Highlanders, I will see this with Sky Nielsen. Nielsen to Potratz. We'll give it up the floor to Maddie Freeze. Freeze able to handle this one. Freeze inside the paint. Freeze finds a trailing Potratz right wing who drives to the free throw line. Now to Sky. Nielsen to Potratz. Potratz left of the key. Sky opening up on the paint. Ball gets kicked out to Freeze, and Brodina trying to get the steal. Freeze will line up a college range triple. Book it! Maddie Freeze now at 9. Highlanders with their first double-digit lead of the game, 29-19. It's a 7-0 run in the opening 90 seconds here of the half. Devils Lake looking again on the board. This one gets tipped. Now with back up top. We'll give it to Brodina. Brodina will see this one. Couple of hard dribbles. Brodina weaving her way. Jumper from 10 is short. Sky Nielsen able to get the ball right into the hands of a Highliner here as they will work with it in the front court to Sky Nielsen. Sky bounce pass to Potratz, back to Nielsen. Payne opens up, able to find it. There's a tic-tac-toe to Freeze yet again. Potratz, Nielsen to Freeze, and Maddie's got 8 in the quarter. 12 in the contest. Highlanders are cooking now, up by 13. Burchell nearly got the basketball. It's on the deck, and will get a jump that favors the Devils Lake Firebirds. What a start to the half here, though, for Valley City as they lead 32-19 with 5:41 to play. It's a 10-0 run, and thanks in part to Maddie Freeze with 2 threes and 8 of those points. Brodina left-handed side. We'll see this one up top. Brodina takes the dribble to the left wing. That's to Potratz as they work it out of Brown. Brown makes her way around the world. Ball gets deflected. Coca will come away with it up top to Potratz. Potratz will utilize it here as she sees it, and sitting with the steal is going to be Presley Brown. The Firebirds missed the layup though for Brown, and there's a foul by the aforementioned Brown as Potratz got back defensively. That was a walk-in layup, if you will, for Brown. That was missed. She will get tabbed with the foul, her first, team's first. We get a media timeout on the floor. 5:15 left to play in the third. Valley City 32. The Devils Lake Firebirds 19.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes, well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Media time on the floor brought to you in part by Nodak Insurance Company. Chris Moen, your agent with answers in Grand Forks, Nelson County. Get in contact today with Chris Moen, 701-757-1613. Dakota Potratz in the front court, left-handed side to Coca. Coca sees it to Burchell. Burchell gets fouled, and we'll see 2 free throws here for Valley City. Burchell with 11 points, foul assist on the Firebirds. It'll be their second of the quarter, as this will be on Ellsberger, her third. And free throws upcoming here for the Highlanders. As Burchell, free throw attempt number 1 is up and good. She's got 12, second free throw attempt on the way here for Katie. As Burchell on the second, and we'll see that one go up and in. So far it's been Burchell, Freeze, Potrats, they've done all the scoring for 3 players here for the Highliners. Shot on the opposite side by Brodina in transition short. Burchell gets the rebound. Triple team comes. The Firebirds will see this in a foul by Glant. After picking it up was going to be Ava Beck. Then Beck just rolled over Glant. Foul on Kinsley. Her second, team's first of the third. Firebirds with Brodina to inbound it. As they do, right-handed side. Shot blocked by Burchell after the attempt by Ellsberger. Valley City, the block party has came to play here today. Glant transition. Potrats will see this. Potrats at the high post. Bounce pass now to Glant again. There's a foul. Justin Klein was asking for a flop. Nothing granted. Foul will be assessed on Devils Lake Presley Brown. Her second, team's third of the third quarter. Glant to inbound it. As they do for Valley City. Bounce pass Sky Nielsen. Right-handed layup for 2. Sky Nielsen's got 4. The Highlanders lead it by 19. Brown works her way. Driving kick to Brodina. Brodina takes the screen. Three-pointer is going to go short. Rebound is loose by Koka. Tipped out to Nielsen. And Glant will work with it the other side of the floor. But Brodina gets the steal. Brodina will see it now left wing. She'll launch the three-pointer off the iron. It's tipped right to Sky. And the Firebirds will continue with this pressure defense. Potrats will see it to Glant. Glant at the top, leaves it now to Sky. Nielsen driving kick to the baseline. Shot fake by Koka. Koka jumper inside short. Rebound to Ellsberger, quickly on the outlet to Brown. Brown up the floor with the 2-on-2. Brown little Euro step to the paint. Block shot Potrats as Glant will come away with it. Firebird fans wanted to foul, nothing there. It's still loose by Potrats to Sky. It's a 3-on-1. Highliners bounce pass to Burchell, right-handed layup, no. Rebound, Katie, there's a block shot. They continue to battle for it, and Ellsberger will come away with it. Ellsberger sees this one quickly near side Brodina. Brodina will launch the right wing 3 short, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be Valley City basketball. Checking in will be Tripke, and alongside with Hofstad, as Brodina will check out with Ellsberger here for the Firebirds. Dangerous time of this contest as 3:34 to play here in the third quarter. It's the Valley City Highlanders 36-19 as Valley City is outscoring Devils Lake here in the half 14-0. Freeze right-handed side to Potrats. Potrats at the right wing with it on the interior. Burchell double kick left wing. Nielsen with the 3. Sky's got her 7th. Give Burchell the assist and a really good play as they doubled inside. They kicked it out and Sky hits the 3. Valley City now over doubling up by 20. Left-handed side, there's a scoop for 2. First bucket and the first points of the second half for the Firebirds by Hofstad from the left block. Full court pressure defense by Devils Lake. Potrats sees it, double team comes down to Freeze. Freeze will handle the basketball in the front court. Left wing to Koka. Koka open, launching, three-pointer long. Rebound one here to Devils Lake as Martinson. We'll see this now to Ava Beck. Beck right-handed side trying to weave her way through, and there's a foul. See the blocking foul. 2 shots upcoming for Miss Beck, the 5'8 junior guard, looking to get in the scoring column here for the Firebirds. As we do get a media timeout on the floor. Foul will be assessed here on Katie Burchell, her first, team second in quarter number 3. Valley City up by 18.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 39-21 Highliners with the advantage. Devils Lake will see 2 free throws upcoming here for Ava Beck after the media timeout on the floor. And if Devils Lake can try to cut this 18-point deficit down to 13, maybe 12, that would be a win for Justin Klein going into the fourth quarter. For Valley City, they ballooned it to 20. Can they get it back up to 20 before the fourth and really have a nice little cushion going into the final 8 minutes? Free throw number 2 is also good for Beck. So the Firebirds, 4 points now in the quarter. Full court pressure defense will continue. Freeze. Bounce pass in the backcourt to Nielsen, up the floor to Freeze. Freeze nearly lost it and does. Presley Brown gets the steal to Beck. Back to Brown. Brown with a hard drive to the paint. Block shot by Sky. Double team comes and then there's a foul. Foul will be assessed on the Firebirds, as this one will go against Presley Brown. Her third, team's fourth. The last one the Firebirds have to give here in quarter number 3. Substitution as Brodina will check in for Ellsberger. Highliners with the basketball. Dakota Potratz. Potratz sees this one up the floor to Freeze. Freeze crossing the timeline, right-handed side. Bounce pass to Potratz. Potratz takes the dribble back to Freeze. Maddie launching right wing triple long. Rebound one-handed by Coca. And then this goes into media row, and it will be Valley City basketball. Highliners with Potratz to inbound it here on the near side, as they do to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen with the dribble, back cut, finds it to Freeze, went through her hands, able to reassess now at the right wing, back on the interior to Burchell. Double team comes, Potratz left wing. Potratz, one hard dribble to the paint, shot no. Rebound is loose, and eventually the Highliners of Potratz save it through the hands of Freeze. Now it goes to Brown, and the Firebirds can run in transition to Brodina. Brodina with the left-handed layup for 2. Tally Brodina, her first field goal of the game. She has 4. Highliners see this one nearly be a turnover with the hand there by Burchell. Again, if Devils Lake can get someone going, that someone needs to be Brodina offensively, averaging 19 points per game, held to just 4 so far here late in the third quarter. Press continues by the Firebirds. Sky Nielsen gets in the front court now to Burchell. Burchell looking for Coca over her hand, but Freeze comes up with it in the left pocket. Potratz. Here comes the double. Brodina nearly got the steal. Potratz with it. Potratz looking for Coca. Finds a good pass to Burchell, up and in for 2. Katie Burchell has 6 in the quarter, 15 of the game. Tripke the other side, and she will throw this one, and this will be out of bounds turnover here for Devils Lake. Substitution in the game as Ellsberger will check in. As checking out will be Presley Brown. Firebirds chasing the game down by 16, but this is something for Coach Klein that he's been very accustomed to doing, as Rayleigh Michaelbus, the 5'8 freshman forward, will be the first time we'll see the freshman sub in here for Justin Klein. Freeze sees this one on the pass to Sky Nielsen. Nielsen with the skip now to Potratz. Potratz on the interior, gives it back up top to Freeze. Freeze will handle it back to Sky. Nielsen ripping it through, one hard dribble now to Coca. Coca sees it up top as the Highliners will work it on the interior to Burchell. Burchell to Potratz. Potratz off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound at Devils Lake as the Firebirds will see this here with Beck. Beck up the floor for our side. They find it to Brodina. Brodina will see this to the left wing. Jumper off the mark, no. Rebound one here by Hofstad. Back to Tiley. As Brodina with 30 seconds on the shot clock. Dribble pullback, left wing triple short. Brodina follows her own miss. Brodina goes right at Sky Nielsen. Left hand, no. Rebound to Freeze. Freeze will see it. Able to get in the front court now. Back to Burchell. Burchell on the transition. Bounce pads. Potratz up and count it. Dakota Potratz now at 9. Get Burchell the assist transition bucket. If you can get through that first wave of Firebird defenders, you can get some easy field goals here, and that's exactly what happened for Valley City. As Tripke will check into the contest now for the Devils Lake Firebirds. Also returning here will be Presley Brown. Glant into the game here for Valley City. Also with Kaylee Nielsen. Free throw Potratz long. Rebound going to be one to Brown. But it's been a whale of a quarter here for Valley City as they've put up 21 points. Right-handed side Firebirds with 5 seconds. Brodina with 3 now to Brown. Brown will launch the triple short. 1 second remaining. That's how we'll end our third quarter of play. All Valley City in the second half. 21 points for the Highlanders compared to 6 for Devils Lake in the third.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side. Corner 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to DHB.bank, a 21-6 quarter in which Valley City hit 3 3-pointers, 2 by Freeze, 1 by Sky Nielsen. The Highlanders' 4 players have done all the damage. You got 15 for Burchell, 12 for Freeze, 9 for Potratz, and 7 for Sky Nielsen. Devils Lake 6 points in the quarter, 2 free throws by Beck, a bucket by Brodina, and a bucket by Hofstad. They're led by the 10 of Prensley Brown. Still time for Devils Lake in this full court pressure defense, but if you're Valley City, it's all about controlling the basketball here. You don't need to score, but if you don't turn the ball over a ton, you can find a way to milk some clock off and try to get to the semifinals for the 3rd straight years. The Firebirds will pick up the foul, and in fairness, Devils Lake to making it to the semifinals for the 3rd consecutive season as well if they can have a comeback. Foul on Beck, that'll be her first, team second. As they see this one now to Glant. Glant will wrap it around to Koka. Koka with the ball fake back to Glant. Glant will see this one with the dribble. Back to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen rips it through. There's the turnover. Ellsberger gets this one up the floor quickly to Tripke. Tripke left-handed layup up and in. And as we talked about, if you can take care of the ball, that'll be the big thing. But a quick turnover allows the Firebirds back within 16. Sky Nielsen finds Potratz. Potratz will see this one. Able to give it back up top to Sky. Now to Glant. Glant will handle it here for Valley City. Glant using up the dribble. Timeout for Jimmy Howard before there was a 5 call. We'll break with him. 7:13 to play here in the 4th. Highlanders lead it by 16.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
After the timeout on the floor, it's the Valley City Highlanders up by 16 points here on yourliveevent.com. From the Jamestown Civic Center in the Buffalo City, the North Dakota Sports Hall of Fame, the Broadcasters Hall of Fame all around here. When you walk in this building, you can kind of take a step back through history and go through. Always a fun time to take a couple of extra minutes, hours, depending on what your travel schedule is like, and maybe see a familiar face or two from your backyard here in Valley City. 43, here in Jamestown. Here is Valley City up by 16 points as we're back to business as Maddie Freeze will inbound the basketball. As she does left in its side, this will be deflected. Stay in the hand here of the Highlanders as they will see this one here for Freeze. Freeze gets this in as they do to Potratz. Potratz double team comes as Potratz bounce pass down to Glant. Glant back to Freeze at the right wing to Nielsen. Sky will give this one as they work with it. Back to the right-hand side to Sky. Nielsen with the pass on the interior to Burchell with 2-1 to Freeze to beat the horn. 3-pointers long, rebound, Potratz put back up and long. It's still loose, and eventually coming away with it is Tripke. Tripke up the floor to Brodina. Brodina will launch the left wing triple. 3-pointer off the iron. Good box up by Potratz as Brown nearly had it. As they see this with Sky Nielsen. Nielsen will push to Glant. Glant with the little ball fake gets by Ellsberger. Nice pass to Freeze. Freeze from the right block up and in. Matty Freeze has 14 and the Highlanders lead by 18. Brodina will see this one inside the paint, get fouled and count it. Tylee Brodina has 6. Chance to make it 7 now at the line. Foul will be assessed on Kinsley Glant. Her third, team's first. As we'll see a sub coming in with Hofstad. Final from the Summit League tournament, all North Dakota State. They advance to the Summit League semifinals with an 87-37 win over Omaha. Frost had 28 points in the win for NDSU in women's basketball. As Brodina misses, rebound comes down to Potratz. Freeze, see this one now to Burchell, to Glant. Glant with the bounce pass to Potratz. Potratz will spin, high-low game. The low is Burchell, got it. Kenny Burchell has scored in every quarter. She's got 17. Tripke with it on the drive, and there's going to be a foul, and this will be on the floor. Foul assessed, this looks to be on Glant, it is, so that'll be her 4th, team's 2nd. That's really the only player in foul trouble right now with Jimmy Howard. Koka's got 2. Devils Lake got 3 with Presley Brown, 3 with Ellsberger, and 2 here for Hofstad as this one gets deflected right into a Firebird bench. And for Devils Lake, you're down by 7 or down by 18 going into the quarter. Still haven't been able to get over that hump and really put a quick run together here as we get a foul. Potratz or Nielsen, pick your partner, so to speak, and this will go on Sky, her first. For Jimmy Howard, his team found a way against Wahpeton. They found a way against Carrington, and instead of it being down to the wire right now, they got a nice little cushion. Shot is missed by Ellsberger. Rebound comes down to Burchell. Burchell will see this in a foul in the backcourt on Devils Lake. Firebirds will commit the foul. Presley Brown with her 4th, team 2nd, as the Firebirds continue to handle the full court pressure defense. Potratz sees this one up the floor to Freeze. Left-handed side, Koka, little jump pass interior. That's how you break the press. Kenny Burchell delivers. She's got 19. Give Koka the assist, and the Highlanders lead it by 20. Left-handed side, they'll see this one now to Presley Brown. Brown with it, gonna have a hard drive, and this one goes in the hands of Burchell. Burchell up the floor now to Koka. Koka will take a hard dribble here. Double team comes, slip pass, and loose is Burchell as she hits the deck. Ball goes the other side now to Brown. Brown will drive and kick to Brodina, right 3-pointers long. Rebound comes down to Sky. Nielsen, double team, finds it to Koka. Koka with the pass up and over to Freeze as they give it to Potratz. Bounce pass interior to Burchell. Burchell collects the pass and finishes again. Katie Burchell has 21, and the Highlanders are putting this game away midway through the 4th quarter, up by 22. Right-handed side, Brodina, right wing. Brodina links her way through the paint, shot no. Rebound, Brodina, put back, yes. Tylee Brodina, she's got 8. That's still a 20-point margin, and as we said, as long as Valley City can handle the press, they'll get easy looks, and that's what they've been able to do. Koka, one hard dribble off the window. Katie Koka getting the scoring column here for Valley City. 53-31 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as there's going to be a foul on the floor. Foul will be assessed here on Valley City. We'll see if it's on Koka or Potratz, and it'll be on Koka. Her 3rd, team's 4th, so next foul will put Devils Lake into the bonus as we see Ava Beck to check into the game for the Firebirds. Also coming in is going to be Martinson, but if this result holds, you'd have a rematch of last year's state championship in the semifinals tomorrow night with Valley City and Thompson. Well, Devils Lake would go on and play rugby in the consolation side of the bracket at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. 3-pointer is missed on the way by Hofstad. It's loose. Devils Lake gets it on a steal by Brodina, puts it up and in for 2. Brodina's got 10. Devils Lake will continue. Burchell can't handle the basketball. It's on the deck. Ellsberger comes away with it. Brodina left-handed side makes the pass, and Burchell got her mid on it as it goes into the student section. This Firebird team very pesky under Justin Klein, and this is something he's done back in his EDC coaching days, is full court pressure defense. It's a wave coming at you. Here's a three-pointer that was nearly in by Martinson. Rebound comes down to Potratz. It gets tipped right in the hands of Hofstad. Hofstad put back over Kokano. Rebound is loose as Burchell will come away with it. Burchell to Potratz here. Potratz leaves it left, and it's on a timeout for Jimmy Howard. We'll take a break with him. 3:48 left to play in the fourth quarter. Highlanders lead it by 20 here from the State 8 girls quarterfinals.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Timeout for Jimmy Howard, brought to you in part by Nodak Insurance Company with Chris Moan. The Highlanders will have one timeout remaining here for Valley City, while Devils Lake, they'll have 3 remaining here for the Firebirds. Maddie Freeze, front court double team comes after Scott Nielsen got it in. It's a turnover. With it, it's going to be Hofstad and a foul on Potratz. Free throw attempts for the Firebirds. So Dakota Potratz picks up her first, team's 5th, and free throws on the way here for Devils Lake. Presley Brown to the line to shoot 2. So far, the story of this game was when Valley City started the second half on a good 14-0 run, as the free throw attempt is up and in by Hofstad. Second free throw attempt here for Hofstad is also up and in. She has 4. Firebirds back with an 18. As for Valley City, they'll see this one with Freeze. Freeze left-handed side to Koka. Koka up and over on the pass to Burchell. Burchell, one hard dribble off the window, no. Rebound put back. Burchell can't get it after no one boxed her out. It's loose underneath, and coming away with it's Hofstad. Finds a teammate to Beck. Little home run pass up the floor. They find it to Martinson. Martinson across the lane, and that goes up and in for Brodina. Brodina 8 points in the quarter now, and the Firebirds back within 16. Freeze, right-handed side to Burchell, to Koka. Koka in transition, no. Burchell put back, count it! And that could be the dagger. Burchell now with 23. Give credit to Katie Burchell. Instead of thinking that her teammate was going to easily get the layup, just expect to miss no matter who it is and go get the basketball, and Burchell was able to do so. Martinson picks up her second, team's 3rd. Free throw is missed. It's a rebound here by Hofstad, as Devils Lake right now sees this one in the front court. Firebirds bounce pass, nice find, up and in for 2. Ellsberger, she's got 6. As for Valley City, up by 16 yet again. Freeze, right-handed side to Koka. Koka will see this to Freeze. Freeze lost it. It's loose on the deck as bodies are hitting the floor. Beck will see it off of a Highlander hand, I believe, and it will be Devils Lake basketball. Justin Klein was nearly going to burn the timeout there to save the possession, but we get immediate time on the floor. Devils Lake not going away. You didn't think they would with Justin Klein with this full court pressure defense. They'll have the ball ready to turn, down by 16.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
You need a bear in there.
check out bearshomesolutions.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
2:40 left to play here in the fourth quarter, in the state quarterfinals here as the Valley City Highlanders and the Devils Lake Firebirds. After one quarter was 12-9, Valley City Highlanders led by 3 at the half. The difference that third quarter where they outscored Devils Lake 21-6. Part of the reason why they built this double-digit lead. Firebirds after the timeout, they turned over. Sky Nielsen with the basketball, trying to get by Brown. Does to the paint, up and in for 2. Sky Nielsen has 9, and the Highlanders get the steal and score. Brodina will see this jumper from the right elbow quickly. Shots long, rebound comes down to Freeze. Freeze will see it now to Coca. Coca just going to slow it up here. Start playing the possession game a little bit if you're Valley City, as Brown will tip it right into the scores table. And for the Valley City Highlanders, again, up by 18 points. Justin Klein gonna, Michael Bust will check in. Also coming into the game will be, back into the contest will be Rodacher. As this Highlander team averaging 64 points per game, giving up 47. Found themselves in this second half, and they just continue to not let Devils Lake in this second half after that big run really mount a big comeback and try to get back on the door. Haven't been able to get back within single digits as Freeze takes this one from the right wing to the block, up and in for 2. Matty Freeze has 16. Near sideline here for Devils Lake. This will be to Presley Brown as they see this one up top. Matty Freeze, Sky Nielsen, Dakota Potratz, part of the all-region team alongside with Katie Burchell, as the Highlanders had 4 selections this year. Tripke on this weave to Brown. Brown with the step through off the window, good for 2. Presley Brown has 12 points. Devils Lake sees us at an 18-point margin. Potratz in the front court. Dakota right-hand says Jimmy Howard's going to unload the bench here on the next dead ball. Freeze, left-handed side. We'll see this now to Potratz. Wrap it around to Sky Nielsen. There's a foul, and a tough one at that, as hitting the deck hard is Sky Nielsen. They're going to give it an intentional foul on Presley Brown. The Highlander fans immediately got on their feet, and they didn't like that, the foul that Presley Brown had as Sky Nielsen hit the deck. So it'll be an intentional foul on Presley Brown as they'll show the replay in-house. So the foul will be assessed here to Presley Brown, and Sky Nielsen will be at the free throw line shooting 2, and then the Highlanders will get the ball on top of it after Presley Brown went up to go try to get the block shot. Got just enough more than the body to create the intentional foul. Nielsen hits the free throw attempt. She's got 10. I'll see the second one on the way here for Scott. As Nielsen bend to the knee, hits both of them. Now with 11 points here for the Valley City Highlanders. As Sky Nielsen and the rest of the starters will take a seat on the bench as the Highlander faithful on their feet. It's going to be the 3rd consecutive season that Valley City has made the State A semifinals here for the Highlanders, and the defending champs 1 game away from getting back to the championship. Freeze, it'll be Mariah Freeze, hits the 3 from the right baseline. And Justin Klein is not happy about that intentional foul as they see it right wing. This one will go to Martinson. Martinson back up top as the Firebirds with Michael Bust. We'll see it left-handed side to Tripke. Tripke to the baseline jumper. Martinson up and in for the 3. Martinson hits another one. She's got 6. 37 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter as they see it now up top. They will handle this one. And this will go out of bounds. And the Highlanders will win this game. And for Justin Klein, I think some frustration with both the call, but maybe just how the second half went here for the Firebirds. While for this Highlander faithful, there's going to be even more fans in attendance tomorrow, making that less than a half-hour drive here from Valley City to Jamestown on Interstate. Devils Lake gets the steal. Michael Bust will come away with it, and we get a timeout on the floor. Timeout here for Justin Klein. 18.2 seconds left to play here in the 4th quarter. Timeout here for the Devils Lake Firebirds. I think right now Justin talking to the officials just one more time. I think this is more so a little bit also as well for just what the rest of the tournament and who your officiating crew might be going forward. As he obviously was not happy with that Presley Brown intentional foul. As the Devils Lake Firebirds will drop to 15-11 on the season. They'll play the Rugby Panthers tomorrow at 1 Well, for the Valley City Highlanders, they'll play the Thompson Tommies tomorrow in the semifinals at 6:30. We'll have that game for you right here on your liveevent.com for audio-only coverage. Opening tip at 6:30. Firebirds front court. We'll see this one to Tripke. Tripke right-handed side at the top of the key. Now we'll leave it. Here's a three-pointer by Martinson, is short, out of bounds, and it will be Valley City basketball. As the Highlanders will go to the semifinals for the third consecutive season with a final score on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Valley City 64, Devils Lake 44. The Highlanders one step closer to having a chance to defend their championship as they will match up with the Thompson Tommies here upcoming tomorrow night. Katie Birchall with 23 points. Freeze had 16. Devils Lake led by the 12 of Brown and the 12 of Brodina. Back with more after this here on our post-game show as Valley City wins it by 20.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
New Solid-Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid-Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
As we come back on our post-game show, third straight year, as we alluded to, that the Highlanders are making their way to the semifinals. Joining us again is the senior and Maddie Freeze. How sweet does that sound, Maddie? 3 straight years of this program has now made the semifinals at a state tournament.
It's awesome, and I wouldn't want to do it with any other girls. I mean, we've had some good players over the years, but we continue to improve each year.
Able to have a really good start to the third quarter. You outscored Devils Lake 21-6. You had 8 points in about 2.5 minutes to really extend the game. Just talk to us once you saw that first 3 go down, get a couple field goals. What's kind of going through your mind?
Yes, I don't try to force my shots, but once one goes in, I want that next one, and Sky found me on that second one, and I knew it was in right when I shot it.
You know, biggest thing was going through the press. How'd you think you did against the press with a lot of layups, obviously, on the interior for you guys?
Yes, when we get stuck on the sideline, it's not any good, but when we can get it through the middle, usually Birchall's open on the other end.
Able to see this one. What's the one thing you want to carry from your team that found a way against Wahpeton, that found a way against Carrington, that was winning a semifinal a little more comfortably?
Yes.
What's the one thing you want to see from your team as you move forward here to the semifinals?
Just keep the effort, all balance. We don't depend on one girl. I mean, Birchall's there, but we can all score, and when we have 4 in double digits, it's good, looking pretty good for us.
Hey, Maddie, congratulations. Best of luck in the state semis.
Thank you so much.
Maddie Freeze with us here for the Valley City Highlanders as she gives us the headset, and she will go through the wall on that one as they pick up the victory here today for Valley City. For Maddie Freeze with that one, 64-44 for the Valley City Highlanders, and they pick up the victory. As we'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll get into our player of the game, that and more still to come, and the final numbers.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At Irie Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact Irie Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes. Well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed. We're that kind of seed company.
As we continue here on our post-game show on YourLiveEvent.com, the Highlanders head to a State A semifinals for the third straight year and will match up with Thompson here tomorrow night. And it will also be a rematch of the championship from a season ago in which Valley State topped the Tommies. Take a look at this one. Let's get to some of the particulars. First, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Katie Burchell, 23 points, 18 rebounds here for Burchell. 4 block shots in 28 minutes of play. Burchell goes 10 of 18 from the floor. She is our Player of the Game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com. Our play of the contest, we talked with Miss Maddie Freeze there, able to have that run to start the second half, in which it was a 10-0 run before a timeout was called at 5:41 to play in the third quarter. Freeze scored 8 of the 10 Highliner points in that particular spot with 2 threes and a made field goal, and eventually the Highlanders continued that to make it a 14-0 run, and that really put the game away in the third quarter. That run and also outscoring the Firebirds 21-6 in the third is our play of the contest, brought to you in part by Agassi, your local precision planting dealer. For more information, visit planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. Get ready for the upcoming spring planting season with Agassi Precision Ag. As now to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. And the connection in this one was the ability to make points in the paint for Valley City. If they didn't turn the ball over, they were able to break down that press and score a volume of points in the paint here for the Highlanders tonight. And doing so, they were plus 16 over Devils Lake for points in the paint. That is the story of this game, and that is your story of the connection of the game, brought to you in part by Halstead Telephone Company. Get in the paint, good things will happen. Proudly providing internet, phone, cable TV for rural areas and local communities throughout the Red River Valley is Halstead Telephone Company. Foul numbers go like this. The Highlanders shoot 42% from the floor. They go 5 of 18 from 3 and 5 of 9 from the free throw line. 50 rebounds to 15 assists, 19 turnovers. Devils Lake shot 27% from the floor, 2 of 17 from 3, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 29 rebounds, 5 assists to 9 turnovers for the Firebirds. Valley City led by the 23 points, the 18 of Burchell, again on the double-double. 16 points, 7 boards for Maddie Freeze, who had 11 points for Sky Nielsen with 9 rebounds. 9 points, 7 boards for Dakota Potratz. 3 points on the way for Mariah Freeze, and you had 2 points here for Katie Koka with 3 rebounds as well. Devils Lake led by the 12 points of Tylee Brodina with 4 rebounds, 12 points for Presley Brown with 7 rebounds. He also had 6 points for Martinson, 6 points here for Ellsberger, 2 on the way for Beck, 2 on the way for Tripke, and 4 points for Hofstad with 3 boards here today for the Devils Lake Firebirds. That is a look at your final numbers. We'll take one final break. When we come back, we'll recap what happened in our first 2 quarterfinals when we return.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Here's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. State B up in Minot. Lamorle-Letchomarion defeats Washburn 43-47. They'll play Benson County in the state semifinals after Benson County defeated Edgeley-Cullum Montpelier 65-46. Still later tonight in Minot, Central McLean and Linton HMB and Berthold will go up against Flasher. Up in the EDC tournament, loser out game, Red River defeats Grand Forks Central. Out in the WDA in the quarterfinals in girls basketball, Minot over St. Mary's, and Bismarck defeats Jamestown in the 4-5 matchup. In the boys' side of things, Bismarck High with the win over Minot High. Boys EDC back in action again tomorrow for the loser out games and the semifinals. Earlier today, here on yourliveevent.com. Thompson with a 39-36 win over the Rugby Panthers. The 2-seed advances and the 3-seed advances. Valley City over Devils Lake 64-44. Firebirds will play the Panthers tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the Constellation semifinals. Thompson has a date with Valley City at 6:30. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Still to come later tonight from the Civic Center in Jamestown, South Prairie Max Watford City at 6:30 in our evening portion of the bracket. We will have coverage of the Kindred Hazing game at 8:15 in the 4-5 matchup as we will follow the Kindred Vikings throughout the course of this tournament. Again, our next game here on Your Live Event later tonight, Kindred Hazen at 8:15. Until then, I'm Chase Miller. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon and join us for more high school sports here this evening from section basketball Minnesota to North Dakota State basketball here in Jamestown. The Valley City Highlanders behind the 23 points double-double of Birch will move on with the win here over the Devils Lake Firebirds.